More than a year ago, I was assured by a high-ranking official in the White House that there would be funds for the neighborhood stabilization program through the stimulus bill to help tear down blighted areas in Gary. It's terrible. These are people without means. The city is struggling. I mean, these aren't rich people. They're not contributors. They're folks who need a helping hand to make a go of it. As I think you know, there were no funds, zero, for the city of Gary in the second wave of the neighborhood stabilization program that came out of the stimulus. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
They got zero. Why was that?
We ran a competition for that $2 million, $2 billion. We had $15 billion of applications.
Why weren't they deserving?
Their application fell short.
Why weren't they deserving? This is your opportunity to tell the people of Gary why they weren't good enough.
We evaluated the application and felt that, frankly, they did not have the capacity necessary to be able to, for us to be assured that they could quickly and effectively bring those houses down and accomplish the other things in their application.
What do you mean by capacity?
The strength in the government agencies or partners working with them that would be able to quickly and effectively bring down those homes. And that's why, as you know, we've worked with them. We've reallocated $2 million out of existing funding that they had to begin demolishing homes with partners that we felt had capacity. Homes have, in fact, begun to come down in Gary as a result of your efforts and your focus on this.
How many?
At this point, I don't have the precise numbers in front of me. My guess would be it would be in the range of a dozen, but that with the funding that we've provided—
There are thousands of blighted homes in Gary.
The funding that we've been able to reprogram would be able to get to the scale of hundreds of homes.
$2 million?
That's right.
28 other states received funding in the District of Columbia. $365 million went to national non-for-profit organizations. Why were the national organizations given priority over the 20-some states that received zero?
We had a number of states that got direct funding. We chose the applications that we thought were strongest based on the criteria of the competition.
So there were that many other places in the country that are more hard-pressed and more deserving than Gary, including these non-for-profit organizations were more deserving of these funds than Gary, Indiana.
Again, I agree with you that the need is substantial in Gary. That's why we have worked hard to try to reprogram funds. We talked earlier about the need for more neighborhood stabilization funding that would allow cities like Gary and others to be able to move forward with these types of activities. But again, in a very competitive situation, we did not think that their application was as strong as the other ones that were funded.
$2 million isn't going to be enough to solve the problem in Gary, Indiana. It's just not. And they feel like they've been let down by this administration, and I feel like they've been let down by this administration. Again, not you, but something has to be done about this. And I guess I'll just put it this way. I'm contacted all the time by people from the administration, including in this instance I'm referring to ask for my help with things. Some of these decisions are tough calls. There are factors on either side. I'm just not going to take those phone calls anymore. I'm going to have them call the department until there is some momentum here for the city of Gary, Indiana. Again, I know your heart's in the right place. This is not you, okay? I want to make that absolutely clear. I think you're doing an exemplary job. But these are thousands of hard-pressed people who really aren't getting the helping hand they deserve. And I can't go home and explain to them how there were 28 other states that were more deserving, national not-for-profit organizations that were more deserving. When you walk down the streets of Gary, Indiana and see the blight that exists there, $2 million didn't get the job done. They have a right to feel like they've been hung out to dry. And I think by the word capacity, you know, we talked about providing them some funds so they could build capacity.
And we've done that.
Well, if they're now capable, are they going to get more than the $2 million?
I'd be happy to talk with you about other ways that we could increase the help that they would get for demolishing properties.